Hi everyone, it's Lain Ehmann with layoutaday.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable chipboard album. Very quick, very easy, very sweet. I had some extra photos of my girls lying around that I hadn't used on pages, and I thought I'd put them together in a small album for them, and I titled it Beauty, and it was very simple to do, and I'm going to show you now how I did it. But first, let's talk through our materials. You're going to need a chipboard album. Mine was a star shape, 3 sheets of 12 by 12 pattern paper, photos, I used 6, and 1 tag. Then just an assortment of embellishments, buttons, rub-ons, brads, maybe some letter stickers, and tools, just the basic stuff. Scissors, hole punch, a border punch if you have one around, journaling pen, glue stick, tape runner or your other favorite adhesive, and a paper trimmer, and then you will be good to go. Now here's my assortment of goodies all spread out. Most of them were from the Dear Lizzie line from Elizabeth Karchner from American Crafts, and I actually ended up not using all of these. I didn't use the brad, but they were in the picture. So first step is to undo the album, take it apart from the binder clip so you can embellish each page individually, and then we're going to trace 6 squares for mine. Actually, it was actually 10, I think. 10 total squares, 5. Mine was 5 leaves, and I did both sides. So I needed 10 stars to cover both sides of each page, and then I cut them out. And my pattern paper was double-sided, so I chose to mix and match the different patterns. And then I punched holes where the hole was on each page, and save your scraps. We're going to use those scraps, so make sure you hang on to those. The next thing to do once you have everything cut out is decide what order and what patterns you want to use. So there's the assortment that I chose to use for my little album. Next, this is the most complicated part of the whole process. You are going to punch out border strips. Cut your scraps about an inch wide. It doesn't matter how long they are. The longer the better, but if they're short, we can still use them. We're going to cut them into 1-inch strips and then border punch them. And we're going to use those to edge the cover of the album. And you'll see what I did here in just a second. So I started about a 1-inch, 3/4 of an inch maybe, and then I just punched out a ton of strips that I could use to edge the cover. And I'll show you how I did that. And here we go. I took the cover and then I just adhered the edge of the border punch around the outside, letting it stick out from the edge a little bit. This was just going to give a little bit of pizzazz to the cover and give it some more visual interest and contrast. It looks really cute. So I just followed the edges of the star. If you're using a square album, it's going to be much easier. If you're using a circular album, it might be a little bit harder, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. I just traced along the edge, adhering it along the way with the tape runner, and that's what it looked like when it was done. It's really sweet already. And then I'm going to cover it with a piece of pattern paper for the cover, and then you see that little edging sticking out, and it looks really sweet. You can see it there, all the little bumps like eyelets sticking out around the side. And it doesn't just look good on the cover. When you flip it over, it actually looks pretty cute on the back side too. You can see what I did there. I used a solid piece to contrast with the pattern on the back side of that eyelet or border punch. So then you just cover each side of each page in your album. And again, I had 5 pages, 2 sides each, and that brought me a total of 10. And then I trimmed down my photos and adhered those in my album. And I used, as I mentioned before, 6 total photos. Then I started embellishing. I started with the cover with a title and then a row of buttons. And I just did a little dedication on the inside with some rub-ons and a little bit of journaling and letter stickers, a hand-cut heart popped up with some pop dots. And then I'm going to take you through and show you each page. I kept it really simple. Just use buttons, a few rub-ons. You could use any other punches that you might have. There's some rub-ons on the top of that page. Again, I just tried to keep it really, really simple. I didn't want to get complicated. I wanted to do something quickly and easily and keep the emphasis on the photos on each page. So you can see also in the background how I alternated the patterns and the colors just to mix it all in. And by picking things from the same product line, it made it really easy to mix and match. I didn't have to worry if the colors matched. Inside the back cover, I did a little note to the girls, just talking to them about their relationship as sisters and how much I value that, and signed it, of course. And here's the back cover. I'll probably go in and add my a date on the back just because I like to do that. But that's it. Very simple album. Great way to use up some seconds of photos if you have double prints, or just some friendship photos or whatever you want to do. You could do a bunch of different themes. This would be great for Mother's Day or a Christmas present. It took me about an hour, and that included photographing everything for you. So that's it. I'm Lain Ehmann with layoutaday.com. Come visit me.